Hello and welcome to another episode of Advice from the Voice with your host, Kevin the Voice Klotz. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you who are in need of advice and wisdom. It's that time of year again for us Americans to partake in gluttony while endangering the chances of seeing relatives next month during the celebration of the birth of our Savior. For you heathens out there, the day you get free stuff. Times lately have been tumultuous. Friends have become enemies and families have stopped talking. We've had a few years to navigate the new normal, if you will, but sometimes we still need a few pointers. Getting together with family can always lend a unique dynamic to any social situation, and in today's climate of insanity, the wrong comment, topic of conversation, or opinion shared can be a complete powder keg of incendiary turmoil to end what should be a lovely and family fun-filled day of celebration. In the words of a very wise man by the name of John Bluto Blutarsky, my advice to you is to start drinking heavily. Delta Tau Chi wisdom is for all and for the ages. Whether or not you show up at Thanksgiving tanked, half in the bag, or you work on your Turkey Day blitz when you get there, it's totally up to you. But all in all, if they can't handle you at your worst, oh man, then they don't deserve you at your best. So drink up, kings and queens, and whatever the you kids are associating yourselves with today. But this brings me to the next bit of advice. Avoiding tough topics of conversation. If you're building back better, it's best to stay away from that one uncle or grandfather that still swears and wears his old 1911 service pistol he got back in the Army. You know, because it's God's caliber and it won 2 world wars. Well, they've been on a Trump train since like 2016, and that train doesn't have brakes. Likewise, if you're on said train to MAGA the living shit out of the next election, you'll want to avoid your gender-affirming family member in the corner with the Kool-Aid colored hair and the Just Stop Oil t-shirt. They're already going to be mad at you for the absolute destruction of the world as we know it.
Come on, man!
Now, if you're going with my first piece of advice, liquid lubrication is going to negate the majority of what I just said. It's a plain cold hard truth. For this, I say hit up your aunt that's always in therapy. Grab a Xanax and add that to your liquid courage and possibly slip 1 or 2 into whoever's drink as well. Between the food coma, the alcohol, and prescription meds, you will all be far too relaxed, tired, and just stoned out of your minds to argue about the stupid stuff. And let's face it, this is all very stupid stuff. The 60s had a lot of things wrong. Hippies were morons and became STD super spreaders fighting a man that they would all eventually become when they just decided to stop hugging trees and just grow the up. But the one thing they did have right, mixing prescription meds with booze makes a hell of a party. And this has been another episode of Advice from the Voice with your host, Kevin the Voice Klotz.